Hello, welcome back. It's been a few days, so hopefully they've managed to come to a decision. The reason why I took a few days off is because last time I was feeling quite tired. And today's no better because I am not feeling good at all. But I gotta record anyway. Oh, he's wearing the Sky Pirate outfit, I think. Okay. Do we want the might? Yeah, my headphones worked. As it would seem, we found ourselves with a sufficient of free time. Oh, forgive me, you are free to look around Rogue's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It will give you a better grasp of our current circumstance. Thank you, Master Count. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the resistance capabilities. Free to pick our noses however we will. I like some of that. I always knew this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Edgar. Great, let's get started. But yeah, I have not been feeling all that well these last few days, but I gotta record. Yeah, I've been busy in between the time. I've got the Melgadone and I just gotta work on the Sylphs now. I'll bet you think the resistance is mostly made of Valamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is that we don't even account for half. We've got Hell's Guard from all the way over by the Spine in here, plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nargo. There's even some Beastmen, well, Beast Women, I suppose. Like that one over there, she's an Anata. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different than the Guardians to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Amania make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shape. You wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work. But then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them. Anyway, let's get a closer look at the statue of Relgo, shall we? Oh, yeah, I forgot to check the quests. I don't think we get quests until after the tour, though. Yeah, one of the things that I did in my time in between, I got myself some more cards for magic. And I made a... I don't know if that many people play with the uncards, but I made an Urza's Unfun House, or Urza Unfun Land, depending on how you do it. It's just a whole bunch of attractions with Urza's Headmaster as one of the cards in it. And Urza's Land as well is in there. But none of the other Urza cards, though, just those two. It's mostly just about building attraction and rolling dice. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The breaker of worlds who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me her story of stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people across Azor beseeched the heavens for a sign. Hello, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to those mountains of Girabania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. The storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep, for no soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. The last part was inscribed on this stone by a monk of the Fist of Relga. Yet explained to me, a day will come, befitting strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation, make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that in everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through to the end. See us through in the end. I always have to check to make sure the recordings work. Oh, sorry, that was a bit of a melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. And then I also ordered some cards to make a mirror tribal deck. This is going to be interesting if I ever get a chance to use those cards, because the uncards aren't on Arena, and there's barely any mirror cards on Arena 2. But I am using a former mirror as a commander in one of my historic brawls. The one that starts with a B, the Phyrexian Artificer. Well, just Artificer if you have his if you have his card from before March of the Machines, or what was it before? Well, it was from the Masters, I think 2020 or 2022 set that he was introduced. This is from me, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost. As Conrad would say, we should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's about it. Other than I got a pre-con of one of the Plains Chase decks. All this stuff was like ordered. Like, I don't remember how many days ago it was ordered. Well, it wasn't ordered. I didn't really order them. They were ordered for me for my birthday. And the only thing I get early for my birthday was the cards. I usually only get like 1 or 2 things early, so the cards were enough, because the rest of my stuff is expensive stuff, so it's probably going to be Warhammer and paint. When you see one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design dating back decades to when Fist of Roker was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the sculptures are next, but don't forget to tune to the Aetheryte before we go. I do wish sometimes that I could level up all the different classes in a reasonable pace just for this playthrough, but can't do everything in a reasonable amount of time, now can we? Arms, armor, potions, you name it, these folks got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or you need something repaired, there are these other people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Elisa here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Fender, maiming, striking. I mean, scouting. Ooh, private match. How easy I get distracted. Oh, there's Olger Ironheart. Derp. This accident, unless I'm mistaken, do you perchance know the women of Mythil? What's the odds? Mythil is my niece, least you wonder, and she has told me much more about her in her letters. But there's my manners. Olger Ironheart at your service. I'm an explorer like most of the clan, and my niece bade me share with you such knowledge I've gathered. Here, lend me a log. Let's see now, definitely there, and there, and there, and there. Yes, that ought to suffice. Explorations have taken me far and wide, but dearest to my heart are the regions of Alamigo, Putus, and Ruggedness. Lands of far east, glories and their diversity. How many wondrous sights seen these places I've written. Like I said, I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to read everything. I do wish I was feeling a bit better. I even took a shower to see if I would feel better. The shower did not help. If anything, it made it a bit worse. White oversight. Huh. Didn't think I would see that here. Brilliant. I've been itching to play for a while now. I don't ever remember fighting against you. Oh, I'm probably going to lose this regardless. So, let's put you there, so I have a chance to at least reclaim you. Put you here. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the extra MGP. Let's just grab you and cover her weakness. Oh, no new cards. Software and the Sonnets. Where is that? Snosha. Let's go there. Oh yeah, and on an update on my single player stuff, I am almost halfway done with the Sylphs. I'm ranked 2 with them. And about probably 2 days, or maybe, yeah, it's probably going to be in 2 or 3 days, I'll be done with them, and then I could get back to leveling up my characters and stuff. If it isn't my star pupil, you couldn't have come at a better time. A messenger just arrived. It appears that Master Kikuruju has received a response from his friend in the Sultanate. As for the details, he would deliver them to us in person. Why don't you go on ahead to his villa? I will fetch our runner and be along shortly. I guess I'll turn off the timer. And after this quest, we'll call it the episode. I thought page 63 was having the big footsteps behind me, then I remember Foos is following us. We will visit my second favorite dancer. Good news, my boy! Thanks to the highest recommendation of yours, Julie, my friends at the Syndicate, I'd be more than happy to host one of your performances in Ulda. How about deepest gratitude, Master Gregory? Surely your generosity knows no bounds. Thinking nothing of it, your performance gave me a thrill I'll not soon forget. And while I love nothing more than to keep you all to my own, I'd be remiss if I did not share my most remarkable discovery with the rest of the realm. That goes for you in particular, my lovely runner. You may be a bit rough around the edges, but just adds to your untamed, dare I say, feral allure. Nothing would make me happier than to go down in history as the man who introduced your beauty to Azoria. Miss Gertrude, you're making me blush. Foul dick me, I can't simply bear the thought that you performed on my stage the last time. Your grace was one farewell performance. Let me show you all that I've done for our party, Master. Just must not keep our audience in the sun waiting. After all, this will be the second stop on our journey. A journey which must see through to the end. And besides all your words to Rana and us all great honor, I would remind you that the guild is still the girl is still an apprentice. Excess praise can lead to overconfidence. Overconfidence to carelessness. Carelessness to an ultimately fall. Overconfidence is a slow and senseless killer. You hear me, Rana? No matter what glowing words your murmurs may keep upon you, remember that your journey as a dancer has only just begun. Keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, lest you stumble on the road to achieve your full potential. Of course, and yet it's truly inspiring to have such a devoted friend, is it not? Why would help me appreciate just how much I've blossomed as a dancer in such a short time. I do not mean to make light of your achievements. I asked only that you stay focused on the task at hand. Continue to hone your craft and not let yourself get swept away by unchecked emotion. And with that, we should be taking our leave, Master Trigger. We thank you for your patronage and hospitality. And when our business in Azoria is done, we will return to fully express our gratitude. You need not feel compelled to travel with the troop, Edgar. I trust that you have matters of your own that you would attend to away. The way we shall await you in Uldar. Time to go back to Levelin. Looks like somebody had luck in the savages. They're also leveling up a summoner. Yeah, I almost went return. Wait a minute. Mordona is my return point right now. Okay, where are they? They are all the way. Yeah, I even thought about choosing the Way of the Samurai. The Samurai class as my second one, but I chose to have at least one of each of the... wrong button. Each of the DPS. I just wonder how my gear got so damaged. This is Uldar, Jewel of the Desert. But we're not here to sightsee, no. We must decide upon a suitable adventure for the next performance. As a matter of fact, I already have an idea. I was thinking we might put on a show in Stone Throw, a settlement outside of town, said to be the home to the poor and downtrodden. This Mistress Nahara here. I agree that the art should be enjoyed by the lowborn as well as the high, but some glorified shantytown surely the best place for us to find an audience. I would have it no other way. Now listen to me, Edgar, and listen carefully. You will recall that I told you that Kyrgyzstan has unique power to clear hearts and minds of worries, and lift the spirits of all who behold it. Put another way, bringing joy and succor to the scorned, and the suffering, and no less than our calling in life. And Lamasa as well, our audience included many who were down on their luck, and yet it did not seem those troubled weighed so heavily in their hearts. Mayhap this is a remnant of their pirate heritage. A flagon and a veil in hand, and a song on the lips, and all their cares fade away. Uldar is different. Here I feel the scars of the calamity run deeper, practically among those who, particularly amongst those who lack the coin, need to rebuild their lives to their satisfactory stone throw. It will be. I can think of no place more in need of what we offer. You there? Halt, I say. The dancing troupe that came at the invitation of Sid, yes, on the authority of the breastplates, we command you to desist at once. You have not done naught. It's just stone throws not safe for visitors these days, you see. A group of real rabble-raisers have been causing trouble of late. You know how it is. Protests, riots, and all sorts of unpleasant business. Of course, the anger targets directly at Uldar's upper crust. Like it's not, there leave your troop of performers. Still, the syndicate cannot accept the risk of this honored guest suffering and ultimately injury or worse. I appreciate your concern, but I can assume you that this is wholly unnecessary. All member troops are well trained in the art of self-defense, and we are more than capable of taking care of ourselves. That's right. Besides healing, suffering, and strife amongst the realm is precisely the reason we're here. Otherwise, sort of struggling that your people face, why not let us look into the matter and see if we can resolve it? This is gracious of us, but no, keeping the peace is our sworn duty, and one we cannot simply impose, I guess. Besides, we are trained soldiers, and you are not. For your own safety, you should take your leave of this place at once. More than a just a dancer, you know. An adventurer, and one who has known his ways around Uldar, you say? Perhaps you are fit to investigate the matter after all. Very well then, you and your friends may carry on. Just promise that you won't go looking for trouble, eh? I shall leave this to me. I'll dance up a storm for these poor folks and calm their hearts, put an end to any riots or uprising. I know you're a speed runner, and yet I cannot shake the sense that the great danger does indeed lurk here. You may go, but only if Edgar accompanies you. And you must promise that you will not leave his side. We're going on an adventure! Alright, then more than the merrier, don't you agree, Edgar? Let's make for stone throw. I'll race you there. You'll probably win. Even at that pace. Why, you may ask? I need to check something real quick. We are a corporal. And how many marks do we got? We got 2,800. Also, I don't even remember where stone throw is. Let's go and see. Which one was it? Was it you? Apply for promotion. Okay. Requires 5,000 seals. I just had to check to make sure that we were doing it the right. Now, which way? This is the wrong way. Oh, there you are. Let's get started, shall we? Our first task is to figure out just who's behind these riots. Why don't we split up and ask around and see what turns up? Don't tell me you're worried about the silly promise I made to Mistress Lyle. Come now, Edgar, clearly she worries overmuch. You saw me on the stage. Do I look like someone who can't take care of herself? Now, let's see what the townspeople can tell us. Meet you back here, Levelin. We're both done, alright? And that was the last time we saw her. Okay. Right, there's been some trouble here of late. Want to catch me dead getting myself involved. Or whatever's behind it all. Well, she just pull her off and give us some peace and quiet for once. Of course, that doesn't stop those place from glaring at me, asking every time they come through the neighborhood. Not that I can't blame them. I suppose humans, as its true cop, is an expert in throwing the authorities off his trail. He is the authority. Looking for some rubber prices, right to you say? I might know a thing or two. What's it to you? None of them here in Snowter have much love for the rich. This much is true. Still, want to lightly whoever someone's talking, and giving them to do, though they were just talk big, but lately it seems to have been putting up a lot to action. Hey, you there? Is it your friends with the American girl? The one, for fancy dress? She was asking around the village, you know, well, would you believe it? I actually saw her talking to one of the blackouts responsible for it all. The last thing I saw was leading her away. Was just, I gotta go after her if I were you. Well, I wouldn't, and you hadn't ever sort of thing, but I reckon you should. Poor thing came to harm. Oh! It's like, where is this person talking to us? I do not see them. Oh, they were inside Foos. I can only remember the AoE attacks fairly well because I use them constantly by accident. Applying aid. Edgar to the rescue of your wounded pride. Oh, it really saved my skin. This man told me he'd take me to the very side out. He left me here, and then, well, to be honest, I'm still unsure entirely what I've witnessed. It was a strange thing. As soon as he brought me here, his body began to swing and spin in the strangest ways. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was dancing. But we can talk about when you back to the safer entities. I should probably stop this for an official report. Meanwhile, can you return to the so no, I'm alright. And tell her I'm sorry for breaking my word. Okay, this was a lot quicker of a quest than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer. Then again, I'm probably more used to the samurai quest line at this point. Which, from 50 to 60, had quite long class ones. But they were fun. See, I had a feeling this would happen. Don't blame yourself, Edgar. You are not her keeper. I will deal with the girl myself when she returns. I said I am curious. What can you tell me of the strange dance she says her would-be captors were performing? I don't know, they didn't really dance, they just kind of flailed at me. There was more flailing than dancing. Good news, friends, thanks to your efforts, you've apprehended the firebrand. Peace returned to stone throats for now. At least until the next riser decides to fan the flames. Still, there's one part of the story that does not sit well with me. The girl here claims that she saw her captors dancing, but those who we took into custody swore to the last man they remember not such thing. They deny that they were dancing, but why ever would they feel the need to lie about something so inconsensuous, when already convinced of a far more heinous crime? It's probably a lie. You see, from here the tales get even stranger. They claim to have a vague recollection of their bodies moving, but insist they had absolutely no intention of doing so. They went on to say that they couldn't even remember where or why they came up with the idea to write in the first place. On the contrary, they seemed almost relieved, just as if some evil spirit had been banished from them. Sounds like our fans have been partaking in a particularly unstable and unsavory alchemical concoction. At any rate, the best ways will be taking over the investigation from here. Thank you for your assistance, and please carry on with the preparations of your performance with our blessing. I'm sorry, Miss Renaha. I should have stayed with Edgar, like you said. Together, I'm sure we could have worked things out peacefully. In the end, I was not able to dance even a single step. Just as can enthrall and inspire, so can it serve us in battle. A true dancer must be prepared for all or both possibilities at all times. Edgar was able to display his skills as a dancer in battle today. I suspect it's for the very reason that your would-be captors, but never mind that. No, you just want me. It's not your lack of dancing powers that you lead to your today. No, it was the overconfidence that led you to stray from your partner's side. When the troupe dances, we dance as one. We dance to stir hearts and lift spirits, not merely to show off our skills, that our minds might shower us with empty praise. I thought you understood this, but it's clear you still have much to learn. I am sorry, miss. I promise I will not repeat my mistakes. And then she goes off on her own once again. Forgive me for making you suffer the girl's foolishness, Edgar. Though she has grown in skill, it is clear that she is still a child, in more ways than one. I can only hope that she will take today's lesson to heart, that she eventually pay the price. Being a true dancer is about more than knowing how to lose one's feet. I must be tougher than anyone, lest fail to carry out his sworn duty. I can see you are confused by my words, but do not worry. I will become evident in due time. Yes, both you and Rana will understand all in too well. Then she just collapses over dead. Knowing that, I must prepare for her forthcoming falls. This time, I will be asking Rana to take the stage alone. She may consider it her opportunity to reflect upon her actions today. God's willing, learn and grow from her missteps. Meanwhile, perhaps it would be best if you two return to your training. If you and Rana truly mean to bring out the best in one another, both of you will need to work harder, even than ever before. Farewell for now, and let us meet up again when it's time to move on. So, in 2 levels' time. And now I do believe it's time I did some investigation of my own. Convenient rainstorm is convenient. Oh, that's gonna be it for this episode. And I'll see you all in the next one. We will continue the main story. Till then.